Hello guys and welcome back to another video. My name is Liam and today we're going to be talking about how you can build unshakable habits in a way that matters to you. So building unshakable habits is quite an important skill in today's society because without it you can't build personal growth, success and overall well-being. These skills are very important for today's life. Discipline, motivation and following up approach is very important. Consistency is very important. So how can you build these unshakable habits? So you can first start small, start small, manageable actions that can be done consistently without feeling overwhelmed. For example, what you can do is, for starting small, like for example, if you want to exercise, just start 5 minutes a day instead of instead of committing 1 hour from the start. Start small and then gradually increase it over time, because starting small habits are easier to integrate into your routine. They don't create resistance, as in, like, you don't find it enjoyable, you don't find it sustainable. If you're feeling like that, then you're not going to put in the effort to maintain it for 365 days a year. So it's very important that you build these habits over time, because it's like a marathon. And yeah, you need to build it. Building momentum takes time. And set clear goals. As you can see, it'll be highlighted up here. And then focus, like for example, um I want to start a side hustle, for example. What you can do is find your specific type of niche or whatever it may be. Make sure that is measurable within your knowledge and achievable and relevant in your specialized type. And yeah, make sure that you're able to achieve it without feeling overwhelmed, and keep procrastinating about ideas, because if you keep procrastinating, you're not going to get it done. The key is to execute. Remember that. And make sure to focus on the process of the thing. Like, it's very easy for people to get discouraged um, by certain outcomes. But if you focus small, for example, that's what keeps you motivated. Make the habit the priority, not just the end result. Like, it takes time to see results with anything. So I'm sure everyone knows about this. It takes time to see results. You're not just going to see it straight away. Consistency is key again. Um, um, like for example, habit tracking. Like, if you drink coffee every morning, instead I recommend you do a meditate or a quick workout. Like, try to track your good and bad habits. Um, like, daily, weekly habits such as brushing your teeth and meditation and whatnot. And speaking of brushing your teeth, if you guys want the free comprehensive oral guide checklist that gives you everything you need to know to maintain your health, your teeth, I'll give it for you for free if you consider the um subscribing to our newsletter. It'll be in my website. So if you subscribe to it, within hours or days, we'll be able to send you the checklist for free. So yeah, do consider checking it out, because if you want to really take care and be more productive, your oral health is very important, because without oral health, your productivity may decrease, your mood and all that will be affected, as I already highlighted in my previous videos. So do consider checking it out if you want to have it for free, of course, by subscribing to my newsletter. Anyways, make sure that you know the environment that you um make sure that you design the environment in a nice manner. Like, make the environment work for you. What I mean is, if you want to eat a healthier diet, you keep fruits and vegetables visible right next to you in your kitchen. And if you want to like read more, if you want to do the good habits more, keep everything that you want to do, the good stuff in front, the bad stuff, put it behind you or even kick it out of the house. That's how you make it easy and enjoyable at the same time. Um, and make sure that you can align the habit with something you genuinely enjoy, like find rewarding. Like the more pleasurable the habit is, the easier it is to maintain. Like, so yeah, find out your success about the habit, keep going at it, and track your progress. Use apps like notebooks and whatnot to keep track of your progress. And when you hit your target, for example, whether if it's a weekly or monthly progress, celebrate these small wins by keeping yourself engaged in activities that you may enjoy, and be patient. um and yeah, be patient, because research shows that it takes about 66 days to form a new habit. um 66 days to form a habit. So yeah, it takes time to form a habit, depending on how the type of goal you're trying to set, the time you put it in and whatnot. It's just a statistic, but that's just a rough overview on why it takes time. And many times people often face setbacks, like if you miss a day, you may slip off. At the end of the day, it happens. It's like going to the gym, lifting weights, and then stopping for a day or so. It's not going to destroy you. You just have to get back at it. and and focus on, if you want to achieve your goal, focus on what you want to become, not just what you want to do. Like, for example, instead of you just saying, I want to um I want to run every morning, you can say, like you're someone who values fitness. Like, try to identify habits that align, that create a deeper commitment, that align with your value, your goals basically. And make sure to be the person you aspire to be. uh, each time you follow through with your habit, over time your habit becomes a part of what you are, not just something you do. So that's, you're gonna have to get used to it. And people often struggle with achieving their goals and whatnot. So in order to find the solution for that, you can, like, accountability is very important, and support and whatnot. Like, try to find something that's going to help you accountable. Join communities of people who are trying to achieve the goals as you, like local classes and whatnot, online classes, Zoom meetings and whatnot, so you can get an insight on where you are compared to other people who are on the same goal as you, to see how behind you are, what you can do to be leveled up towards them. That's very important. And if you want to have accountability, and you want to achieve your goals, whether if it's health, fitness, finance, and whatnot, do consider checking out my membership, my well-being lab. Yeah, it's well-being lab, where I give you access to coaching and whatnot, live Q&A sessions with me, Zoom meetings with other people. Of course, we can't do other people at the moment because we don't have people joined our sessions. Once we get enough people to join, then we can create a community where you guys can discuss ways and whatnot, and I can hop in and hopefully help you guys discuss on what you're aiming to achieve in life. But I want it to be obviously be appropriate and achievable and sustainable. So that's the whole point of me curating this. So if you guys want to check it out more detail about it, do consider checking it out below. It'll be in the description. Anyways, and yeah, so as I was saying, that habits form around a constant routine that you follow, like the behavior you have and whatnot. And if you want to break unhealthy habits with something much more better, rather than trying to um, stop it. For example, you have a bad habit of like scrolling on social media all day long and not getting things done. For example, you can try to, try to replace it with something else, like like exercise or maybe a video game instead, and then slowly by slowly try to minimize it depending on how addicted you are, obviously. And make sure to reflect, regularly check in your progress, what's working, what's not. Every weekly, we offer this in our well-being lab, where we give you guys a check-in to consider revisit, like revisit your goals and whatnot. And yeah, so habits don't just stop once they are built. Like many people worry about the growth of the compounding of habits. They need to know that habits don't just stop once they're built. Once you build something, once you plant a seed, for example, that seed is gonna stay there. It either comes or it doesn't, but it's gonna always stay in that exact pot unless if someone takes it out physically. But it's always gonna stay in that pot once it's built. So yeah, there's 50-50 chance of it coming. The plant will grow depending on photosynthesis and the environment that's in it. So yeah, focus on becoming better and growing each day. Every once a habit, and soon habits will become a second nature once your body and whatnot adapts to it. It's like sleep, for example. Once you sleep a certain hour, your body adapts to it and it knows that you need to sleep at this certain hour for you to have optimal energy throughout the day. So everything, productivity, well-being and whatnot, everything you think about is related to it. Like you need to have a good well-being. Without a good well-being, your day's screwed, no matter what you think. Like without it, it's very difficult to get things done. And you know, focus on one habit at a time. And mental barriers can obviously get in the way, but try to obviously counteract that, as challenges are aimed to make you better, not worse. Obviously, challenges may feel as though they are hurting you. However, these challenges are designed to push you and make these habits unbreakable and second nature. So that's the whole point. Okay, now we're going to be answering your guys' questions. So, how long does it really take to build a new habit? Like, it takes, it depends really. I don't really know. It depends on you, on how you're approaching it. But yeah, so it really depends on you. Like many people often fail their habits. They often fail habits because there's many different reasons. They're setting unrealistic goals. They're not putting in the effort. They're not having the right um right, um when they create a map or roadmap, for example, they want to start something, they don't have the right map, the map is clearly incorrect for the type of goal they're trying to achieve, and not being motivated enough, which links to consistency. So you have to either reflect on one of those things, the roadmap you've created, if you have one, or your motivation, or what's causing the issue that's stopping you. You just gotta find that out. uh, Many people feel unmotivated, but so yeah, if you want to stay motivated when you don't feel like doing something, like what you can do is rely on discipline and consistency. You can maybe go out and treat yourself time to time to hopefully keep yourself motivated and going, knowing that you're getting closer to the goal you're trying to achieve. If you miss a day, obviously try to get back at it. Don't make that, for example, if you're meant to go out for like for example, if you're meant to post, if you're meant to what can I say, if you're meant to write something, for example, write an email, for example, and you forgot to write an email, like don't let that email destroy you completely, because that email is just one email. You can obviously turn that one email into 1,000 better emails if you catch it up and put in the effort. So don't let one day put you on thing. But if you obviously miss like 1 week or more than that, then it's a problem, isn't it? You're not going to obviously achieve your goals if you do it that way. That's way too long. Unless if you may be traveling and whatnot, but then you're still going to lose out. So it's very important that you obviously maintain your goals and whatnot to make sure that your habits stick long term. Create milestones. Um, Make sure to track your habits, as that will help you keep the momentum going. Um, Choose the right habits that suits you, what type of habit you're trying to build. Like if you don't have the time to build a new habit, for example, then you need to like try to reflect at least 5 to 10 minutes about it, and then you can gradually increase over time. If you want to break a bad habit, try to gradually reduce the frequency of you performing the bad habit by trying to replace it, or you know going to something, joining an event, joining a community of people who are going to keep you accountable. Yeah, if you don't see results, it may take time. Like results, if you want to see results for anything, it takes consistency, and eventually you'll see the benefits. How I like to visualize goals is this. Many people, they think that goals is something that's, you put in the effort, you put in the consistency, blah blah blah, as many videos talk about, and then you achieve it. Yes, that's one part of it. However, sometimes the outcome doesn't come like that. Sometimes the outcome may be you don't even achieve the goal that you were expecting. Sometimes it may happen like that. Well, in that case, maybe it's, out of your control completely. You may have achieved something else. Let's say, you know, you are basically, I don't know, you were wanting to do something, and then, like, for example, you wanted to start tutoring, for example, right? You wanted to start tutoring, for example, and then you are obviously practicing the subject deep and out, you are revising and whatnot, and then you want to start tutoring, and then you've been consistent at it, trying to get people on, trying to, help them, trying to give them free stuff and whatnot. But the end result was you putting in the consistent effort did not help you become the dream that you wanted to become, which was a tutor. Instead, you may have become something else, like I don't know, like outside of being a tutor. It may sometimes it may happen. Sometimes you may try to achieve a specific goal in something, but the end result is you may achieve a goal in something unrelated. So it happens sometimes. Sometimes you want to get a specific type. For example, you want to get a specific type of glass, for example, or you want to get a specific type of toy or something like that. But you might not get that specific type of toy because it's maybe out of your control, but you may get an alternative. Because the thing is, life is not like heaven. If it was like heaven, then obviously you would get whatever you want. But there's many different alternatives to what you want to know, consider. So yeah, motivation is, or like, for example, how do you balance habits with other responsibilities? Like, what you can do is you can prioritize your habits and schedule them into your day, like treat them as non-negotiable appointments, just like meetings or deadlines. Even you can obviously make sure that your habits fit in your overall schedule without causing stress. So try to plan your day and whatnot. you know for me, what I usually do is, for me, I prioritize tasks that I must do every day. For example, I must fix my bed. For example, I must go outside, go out go out to train, go out. These are my actual responsibilities and habits I must follow. Like, other habits, I may not prioritize them. I might occasionally skip them, but that's how it works. And there's something known as willpower. Um, Willpower can be limited, a limited resource. So instead of trying to rely solely on willpower, make sure that your routine and the environment you're in supports your desired habit. Small incremental changes and habit thing can reduce the reliance on the willpower. Like, you know, willpower is something that's there. Every single person that's born in this world has willpower. Some people naturally have more willpower than other people, but that willpower will not last forever. That willpower does not stay forever. So what I mean is, it's like a car, for example. If you buy a car, yeah, and you want it to go from point A to point B, you fill up gas, but you don't fill it all the way up, and you're driving very far, like 80 kilometers out, something like that. If you don't fill the car up with petrol, then you're not going to be able to get to your destination, and you're going to be stuck. Same way with humans. If you do not treat yourself to something, if you do not like buy yourself something, or keep yourself accountable and whatnot, then the end result will be you're not going to achieve your goals, no matter how you plan out your roadmap. Like, keep so yeah. And one final thing is, keeping track of your habits can feel overwhelming. However, what I recommend is you use like a habit tracker, a calendar, and whatnot. The one I use is the calendar that's built in my phone. That's the one I use. And yeah, so overall, I hope this video gives you about what you need to know about how to build unshakable habits and how you can achieve them in time to time. These habits take time to build. There's something that accumulates over time. It's something that you cannot just bash in and get it in. So yeah. So if you guys have any questions, do feel free to ask me. Let me know down in the comments about what's one thing, or what's the thing that's stopping you from achieving your goals. Like, what type of goal do you guys want to achieve, and what's stopping you from achieving it? Do let me know down in the comments. I'd like to hear from you, and maybe I can make something about it. And yeah, so make sure to like, subscribe, and share, and comment. And yeah.